we look to Schemitzun as perhaps being our national finals, our biggest championship of the year. Everyone looks forward to becoming the world champion.
Next, the World Championship of Native American Song and Dance, Schemitzun.
Local funding for this program is made possible by our members and by the Mashantucket Pequot Tribal Nation. We bring you Schemitzun, a CPTV original portraying Native American dancers, drummers, and entertainers representing over 500 tribal nations across North America.
Powwows is a gathering of people. Powwow, I don't quite know where that word came from, but powwows is a gathering of Native Americans. I think this is perhaps how Schemitzun got started, that we just wanted peoples to come, Native Americans united as one, as the corn is so tightly woven together. Peoples of the first light, to dance with us, to sing with us, to share in the eating of foods, the storytelling.
To us, it is a celebration.
Flop and country charts for who?
Here You Come Again was recorded by that lovely couple, Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
I'll agree.
Dolly Parton.
Stopped just short of Pager by Omar Stoutmeyer, and now fourth down the Pats go for.
Did very. We've never gone anywhere.
We look to Schemitzun as perhaps being our national finals, our biggest championship of the year. Everyone looks forward to becoming the world champion. We come in and we win a championship, we go home, we pride our people, so that perhaps next year maybe we'll incorporate maybe 2 or 3 younger people that may want to chase the same dream.
Singers, are you ready to rumble? Let's hear it, boys. Take it away, Mystic River. Good job, Mystic River.
Well, the Grand Entry actually was created and evolved around rodeo. Everyone gets an opportunity to see who the competition is, the people coming into the circle. We also carry in the flag, you'll see the invocation. It's quite similar to that of rodeo. A chance to come in and warm up, get preparation for the competition and go around. I have danced professionally as a fancy dancer for over 45 years. I'm just one of many, many champions that, had our day one time or another, but now it's our turn to come in to teach, to get the young people, our children, to come forward and hopefully exemplify some of the same feelings and emotions that we have gone through, to enjoy the same highs as a champion.
The culture, the tradition, the spirituality, the language preservation, the song and dances, it's all meaningful to all of us. Masuro say wanguzada means to be searching, grasping in the dark for something to latch onto. And so this is how we hang on to all of our culture, our spirituality, and our traditions. And still yet coexist peacefully coexist in a dominant society. There's an inner pride in us to say, be proud of who you are and where you come from. Be proud of what you are, but at the same time, never be arrogant. Always walk in humbleness and humility. And then in there, always be big-hearted and broad-minded.
We have our warrior societies. I come from a warrior society that believes in accomplishment by warriors. The feathers that we wear, the color, the designs, just like the medals you see on a warrior's chest, it also reflects in our regalia. Many of the ceremonial aspects of powwow derive from what the warriors had seen in battle.
So in the old days, there was fasting, and there was preparation. And the all-night prayers, you put on your very best regalia that maybe your wife and your mother, your family's made for you. And then your paint that you acquired from the spirit, from the vision. And then fix your horse up, same way. We should happen to die in battle today. We want to look our very best when we meet the Creator face to face. Now, there's war journey songs. They would sing, the prayer songs, take them over there. Then there's homecoming veteran songs. And the scouts would say the Wangwasho show. The warriors have come home. So they all come out to the center of the village and they start singing the drums, these drums. And there'd be all types of emotions. There'd be the mothers in grief and heavy heartache because their son had got killed. Maybe a wife, their husband got killed. And then the others attending to the wounded. And then there's some that'd really be happy because their sons came home all right. So this Heluska way would mean to get down off your horse and unbraid your hair and let your hair hang down. And while they're hitting that drum, dance. Dance in a sacred manner and thank the Creator that you've made it home. Later on, the contest came. There's big money involved now.
This is the biggest celebration in the country as far as finance. Today I kind of look at powwow as a contemporary version of war as well, because here you'll have cultural pride, you'll have tribal affiliation, tribal contest, tribal competition, where each champion from each nation or tribe coming together in the spirit of competitiveness without the fear of actually hurting somebody or counting coup on someone, that they come together dancing. But out of that comes pride, comes respect, comes this identity of being a member of a certain tribe, maybe that the world champion comes from.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most serious, sacred ceremonies amongst our Indian people is the honor to carry these staffs. They reflect the memories of our ancestors of long ago. During the Indian Wars, they fought for our nation so we can be free people here today.
Usually our third song is always a veterans honoring song. As warriors, we wear the eagle feather. We as veterans, we respect the American flag, the red, white, and blue. And every one of our events includes the American flag, although I cannot forget that the first flag was the Indian flag that had a single eagle feather on a wooden staff. The status of being a veteran or a warrior has always been important to the Native American people, because many, many years ago, going back hundreds of years, it was the Native Americans who defended this land, indigenous to this great country. We defended a land, we defended a people, we defended a way of life.
People had just one eagle staff, but direct all over 4,000.
The American government gave us citizenship status to fight in their behalf and defend their way of life. But we as Native people, we've always been very proud who we fight, where we fight, how we fight, and we put ill feelings aside. Nonetheless, call it America, call it Turtle Island, Indian Island, it's always home to us, indigenous to us. Fight for home every day, because I can't forget what this eagle feather means that I'm wearing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our Indian national anthem, our flag song. Take it away, boys.
We have forgiveness, and then we pray for the people that who oppressed us. But then they're the creators watching us, and then He's going to bless our children accordingly. We forgive so that we can carry on and have our children grow up in a real good way. Hang on to their identity, living in this dominant society.
As an old traditional dancer myself, I find powwows have been a mechanism to unify a large segment of Native people who have been broken apart by the system. Powwows are a gathering point. It is a cultural, a traditional event. It is a homecoming for the people, the indigenous people. We can all, as Native people, relate to a powwow. It's a reunion, it's a ceremonial time, it's many, many things all wrapped up in one. Culture, arts, tradition, ceremony.
You know, powwows are astounding to me as a member of the community because they're so social. I mean, you see people you haven't seen in years, and you're wheeling and dealing with your friends for items that mean a lot to each for whatever reason, and then the dance and the song and the hand games. You know, it's perfect. It's a perfect world for us. It's also a way to, you know, economically carry things on like this alive, and whatever people do to survive. You know, it's a beautiful thing.
I love powwows. I love the powwows. Powwows have helped me as a young person. When I was in junior high, I had very low self-esteem because of the identity. I associated myself with a Hispanic because outside, that's how I looked. Even though I knew I was Native American, I said, well, I'm going to hang with this group because this is what I look like. Okay, and then when I got into powwows, I learned about the elders, the veterans, the dancing, why you dance. Dancing's the least of a powwow. It's why you do it. Why do you wear these colors? What is your grandmother or your grandfather, what have they taught you? And so all of that just brought my self-esteem up. I said, well, I know who I am, and I'm Indian, and I'm proud, I'm Irish, and I'm proud. So I understood those things, and my self-esteem just rose, my grades rose, and I had a direction in my life. So that helped me a lot.
The name Aztec was given to us by the Spaniards, but the real name is Mexica. It's spelled M-I-X-E-C-A. I started dancing when I was around 8. It's quite a responsibility because you're representing your family, you're representing your culture, your country. There's that misunderstanding that people have about the Aztec, that they worship gods, that they had a rain god, that they had a sun god. We only have one creator. All of our dances are done to honor different aspects of life and of nature.
We met on the power trail. I saw Sid Lily. What can I say? I fell in love, yeah. We were finished drumming for the afternoon and her program came up, and I've never seen anything like that before. After they danced, I went over there to say hi and to compliment her on her dancing, and then when I did, she gave me the cold shoulder.
It was his idea actually to start traveling with me, and I had already spoke with my mom, and then when the time came, he had to ask permission from my dad.
I was really nervous. Beyond belief, I was nervous. Throughout the years, couples have met on the power trail, and to do that, it's spiritual. There's like a bond that you have at this powwow, and you get to share that experience with your partner. And you grow as a result of sharing the dance, the song. I have the best of two worlds. I have mine and hers.
Where I come from, big ranches, and all we got is land, you know, cattle. We don't have a casino, and we don't have the people like you do here. It's just open, and we ranch, you know, run cattle. Well, you got to be cowboy, you know, run cattle. Indians, cowboy, you know, you're brave anyway, you know, kind of a thing that Indian people do, you know, back home, count coup and whatnot, you know, the young braves, and if you can do it good, look good, and have fun. It's a dream, living a dream. I've always rode pretty good, you know. Since the time I was 13, I won my first pro rodeo when I was 14, you know, my hometown. And I never really had a problem with injuries. I was always in great shape, and that's the main thing. You keep in shape for this sport here. This ain't everybody's sport. If it was easy, Grandma'd be doing it. This ain't golfing or nothing like that. This ain't basketball. This ain't nothing. Football may be close, you know. But how many football players you see that are 145 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, huh?
Well, there are probably two different interpretations when we talk of powwow. There are the traditional interpretations as well as the contemporary. The foundation is based upon what the warriors' experience have been, the foundation of what we call respect. The contemporary version today evolves around materialism. Money does attract, yes, it does attract a lot of people. I don't hesitate to say that many of the champions in the Regalia of today is probably the best I've ever seen in my lifetime. Money has carried professionalism to a higher standard, but many times I tend to find that the higher standard sometimes does erode the respect, the morals of our people. Money, to many of our nations, is the root of all evil. But again, I'm sorry to say that we can't live without it as well. There are some people that have developed dance into more than a profession. It is a way of life. There is some good and there is some bad in that.
Today, it's all right to have the Heduska Arena and the contest, the prize money. Because if you look out there, the best in the country, in the United States, North America, this is the only dances that exist where there's not this type of dancing in England or France or Spain or Germany that are indigenous to those particular people. So this is like the only type of dancing that there is like this in the world. Competition. It's the pursuit of excellence. And that's what we want our children to strive to do, to be the very best that they can be. As dancers, different dancers have their pride of identity.
Our main goal as tribal people is to protect our sovereignty, our jurisdiction of our reservation, and our way of life. For many years, the government had banned our religious ceremonies, even our dancing. People had to sneak off and, do those ceremonies and dances in secret. And I guess that's what's laid upon each generation that comes, is to protect what we have left and see that it's passed on to the next generations. My grandparents are the ones that took and taught me the dancing and the singing. We used to powwow quite a bit, growing up. Through my life, everything that I have done has been a result of my dancing, our singing, and my culture. And it's taken me, all across the nation, overseas. I got 5 daughters, and my girls have been dancing since they've been able to walk. They've been at a powwow, every one of them, about every weekend most of their life. And taking them, they had the opportunity of being taught by their great-grandmother while she was still alive about the real traditional ways of our people, the dances, the proper way.
Powwow means very much to me. It's my life. as an Indian person. I've started dancing when I was 5 years old. To me, I know we need money nowadays, but that's not really important. The important thing is that we continue on to dance and to sing, to be an example to our younger people, that they'll pick it up. We have younger generation that's coming up I'm very proud of. I see a lot of the little kids out there dancing. They know that our Indian way of life is certainly the way to go.
All right, move around, boys. How about that? Oh, man, they were getting after it. I like that. Thank you.
I've been fortunate to serve in this capacity for 30 years. It seems like a master of ceremonies has to be a jack of all trades. You not only call the program for the dancers and the singers, but you also entertain the audience.
I used to fancy dance a long time ago. One time I stopped, but my stomach kept moving. I got disqualified.
Sometimes you utilize a little bit of humor. Sometimes Indian humor is one of the best things that we have. It's the self-esteem inside that arena that makes them feel better about themselves. And I think everybody needs that. Indians, non-Indians, everybody needs a positive self-esteem. And I think that everybody wants to understand what Indian spirituality is. You know, we don't belong to any denominations or any religious faiths. Spirituality is inherent to us, and it's inside. And the best way to exercise your spirituality is to express it.
When people that are new to this powwow circle come to powwow, they have to come in with an open mind, an open heart, listen to the music, listen to the beat. I ask them to come in and use their senses, touching, feeling, smell, listening. You do not have to be a native or an Indian to come in and appreciate the beauty. When you first come to powwow and you hear the music, it all sounds the same, but there is a uniqueness. Each song is composed by composers themselves or different tribes, and they all identify with various aspects of, be it the warrior in the original version. Today, a lot of the contemporary styles of music basically isolate a lot of what you hear in the contemporary music world. As you see the dancers dance out there to the drum, you notice that everyone's in harmony, everybody dances together. Everybody's heartbeat is dancing to the same rate as that drum is out on the floor. What I look for in a champion is the smoothness, the degree of difficulty in footwork, the speed, the beauty of his regalia, his ability to keep in time with the drum, and your endings, the dancer's ability to know the song and end on the last beat of that particular song or style of competition. As a professional dancer, most of us will go out and dance with only one thing in mind, that's you and the drum, the music. I don't see people when I dance. All I see is a bunch of bodies, because my mind is so focused on the music, the drum, that it becomes a part of you. Many of the professionals, we talk about jamming. In other words, feeling the music without laying out a planned format or a choreography. Some people will lay out choreography based on drum, but then again, you don't really get to enjoy the essence of the music, the freedom to go out and express yourself.
When you're out there and you're dancing, the spirit is there. You could feel it. Your worst enemy, you could smile at it. That's how good you feel. And I'm not kidding when I say that. Your heart is just full to me. You're just full right here. Somebody go by that you don't really care for, you say hi or smile at them or something, and it's there.
It comes from the heart for dancing. I dance all day long, you know. Go on and keep on enjoying myself for the people, from the life of that drum that they're giving, and the singers around that drum. So that helps me a lot, you know. That really encourages me. You could see the people where they're really into the dancing part of it. I put the money outside of it, and that's what got me here, was my dancing, where I am today. To be picked up through many dancers to join a theater of New York City, to travel the world and explain our culture.
I don't know how you'd have a powwow without having food, native dishes of different types. I don't know. How could you have a festival, a celebration, and not have special foods? Well, what I'm doing is tacos, Indian tacos, which originated in the Southwest, and there's quite a history to them, quite a history to the bread. This is the foundation of the Indian taco. And what I'm frying right now is a regular fry bread. And I also have some pumpkin fry bread, which I'll probably fry a little later. Each stand is different. And we try to reflect not only our own heritage, but the heritage of the locality. Festivals are different everywhere, everywhere. Yeah. And with the kind of weather we're getting here, maybe I should be doing some corn soup. Yeah.
Okay, these are $1 also. Any of these feathers.
I specialize in wildlife native to the eastern woodlands. Bears, buffaloes, cougars, eagles, turtles, what have you. I started this about 5-6 years ago, and I started by making a traditional pipe, and that's the first time I'd ever carved stone. I'd never carved much wood or anything other than a little bit of whittling, and I fell in love with it. So I kind of stepped from making little pipe carvings. I wanted to do bigger and better things. And so here I am, and I do it all the way up to life-size pieces. I use only hand tools. Tools you see right here carve every single piece here, including the life-size pieces. You don't find the same type of energy in a standard white art show. There's plenty of good energy at a regular art show. Don't get me wrong, a lot of artistic energy, but it's not the same. Here, the energy is mixed with spirituality, much more. It's much more important, a lot more heart-driven. Makes it a lot better for me. I like being around the people. You can't get this cross-section of cultures in one place at one time at almost any other event.
These little guys here are made from the skulls of moose. This one here I really kind of fond of because it's a man, he's singing because his woman's going to give birth, and he's honoring the power of the woman to give birth. So now this old skull has life again. And I can take this stuff and make it come back to life a little. These are all horn buffalo shin bone mush spoons. He used to have the bark bowls and stuff like this and everything. He used to scrape that mush. And these are old-time hair combs. Comb it at the bottom, then they put it in a tuft. And they put it in the hair like that, it sits in there. Those are all Iroquois pieces. And we also make custom lamps. My wife does the baskets and the lampshades out of sweetgrass and white ash, black ash.
Traditionally, long ago, design and color and material, natural parts that were used for our regalia usually were attributed through respect to nature itself, such as the grass dance. You see the deer hooves or the hooves of elk or moose, the bones, the various parts of each animal were incorporated into our regalia. as well as the designs. Many of the designs you'll find today are out of respect to tribal affiliation or clan membership, or perhaps a dream or a vision. With the advent of the white man and a lot of the materials that they brought with them, the needle and the use of metal, seed beads, porcelain, many of these things were added onto what we call the traditional format of structuring and making things out of beauty. The fluorescent colors are very bright, so naturally would get the judge's attention or catch their eye as they come spinning by. Long ago, you could identify a dancer by looking at his regalia, knew what tribe he came from. You look at our regalias, a lot of it may not necessarily be traditional, as it is becoming more Pan-American. In other words, everyone copies from one another, borrows from one another.
My Indian name to it also is Shuktoge Jamani Wakai, powerful walking wolf, given that as a little boy. To grow up dancing all my life since I was a little fella, you know. This Kona here, my friend here, he came to me in a dream when I was like young, maybe 15, 16 years ago, 17 years ago. He would come to me and talk to me, you know, and I used to give out offerings to him. He'd come closer to my house, to my father's house. He took me out in the wintertime. We tracked down these coyotes and we talked to them, you know. He asked them that I needed their help in life. We would chase them down on horseback. They made me jump on one, take it myself. His own life is my life. We would go together. From there, we went on, and time came on to paint their face of the warriors of the red, yellow for the son, the people of the young generation, the black for the elderly, or the sick, or the lonely people, the ones that are hurting and mourning. Bustle here is a circle of life to our people at home. Each feather represents, this is your mother and your father, and each one they explained to me was your brother and your sister and your family, your relatives. Each feather represents that, what you put on your bustle. Here, my drag here is I have a emblem here of a black-tailed deer. That's kind of a part of my Indian name, going along with the wolf, helping me in life. These here that represent the tracks of this other friend of mine here. The 4 tracks that he has, and walks through life with it. And I walk with him with that life. The tail feathers here, I already put the yellow paint dots on there of warriors that did a feat in life that helped their tribe in any way.
My grandfathers, they said, you never fool around with the feathers. You always look after it good, you know. Make it straight, make it alive. Or just like you're gonna dance with it, take care of it. Then he'll take care of it, you know. So like that, gotta straighten out these kind of feathers, eh? Because it was in a suitcase too long, 52 hours. And going back to, I guess, the same way, it's gonna be.
It's believed in the Indian world that for every feather that is worn on top of the head by both the male or the female is a feather that was earned in battle through years of service to our people. The notching, the color, the design of each feather usually signifies something that was earned in battle. And so every part of that kind of patriotism is expressed and shown through powwow.
We receive eagle feathers from the tribal council or elders in the council or in the tribe. It's something that we earn by accomplishment, helping the people, defending the warriors, defending the way of life, even on foreign and domestic soil. It's very important for Native people when we wear the eagle feathers to wear them in a very special way.
They never let me wear eagle feathers until I was a man, until I did a feat of some kind. I see a lot today, little kids wearing a lot of eagle feathers, more than some of the men. They didn't earn the right to get that, you know. Some of it just for the look of it, I think. It's not right, you know. I tell people that sometimes, and some of them understand it, and some just don't agree with it.
almost all competition dancers or professional dancers have to be up to date on the music and the change from one drum group to another because they all vary their styles. Now that there aren't that many war songs or wars being fought, there are a lot of songs that basically leave around social attitudes, social change, a lot of the feelings that are expressed within the family themselves, maybe an affection for someone. Some of the young people in particular take some of the melodies from even some of our rap songs, some of our contemporary songs, and apply it to music.
When you look at every race, they use the drum. That's why today we call it heartbeat of the nation. It doesn't matter which nation it is, we all use the same drum, but in a different form. Every human being that there is, their heartbeat is right there.
My dad started us off. My whole family is actually a rodeo family. My dad set us off on this way. So that's what my dad told me. He said, this drum is going to take you a long way. You're gonna be singing in front of a big crowd. So take it, keep going, don't quit, and give respect to your drum. Well, I'm the drum keeper, and it's my job to keep all these guys in line straight all the time. Yeah, just to keep the boys on the edge, I usually show them a new song about 5 minutes before we sing it, so they can sit there, sit tight, and sing it out. Eh? That's the way I usually do it. They pick it up pretty good. It's becoming a habit too now. So. Yeah.
Learn as you go, you know.
Yeah.
We've been on the trail for so long that everybody knows, the songs and all that, they experience it,
I enjoy this life. It's pretty good. Plus, it's music. Pumps you up. Yeah. That's what I like about it, and making everybody dance and giving them a healing song and all that. Doing all kinds of different kind of songs. It's a challenge when you do a different kind of a song for me, because I have to lead that song off.
You sing for long life, good health. You sing for the people out there, you sing to the drum, and it's a healing tool for everybody, It's a lifestyle for everybody. For instance, like a basketball team, they travel city to city. It's a job to them, but it's a lifestyle too. And like, we're out powering every weekend. It's just a lifestyle. It's our culture. I look at it like, I'd rather be singing at a drum, traveling power to power than be drinking around or, getting into trouble,
And I guess you could say we live on the road, we live on the trail, hitting different powwows, hosting here, competition there. All that, when you all add it together, it's just mainly having fun. That's about it, having a good time.
I feel good to make songs and make those people dance, jamming their heart. I like medium speed and jivey ones, like tongue twisters. That's what I like about it. I feel good. I don't drink and I don't do drugs around the drum. I don't even do that. I like it that way. It must feel good. Be who I am.
Makes me feel good to sit around a drum, get together with all my brothers here and joke around and play jokes on each other, go see different places. Go all over, meet new people.
You're in for the girls.
These guys are here for the girls half of
It's a really beautiful thing to do. Powwow, sing, dance, and mostly it's just being with my brothers. going place to place, and this drum, it's really powerful. It's two brothers there that make the sound, and it makes all our hearts beat as one, all our voices as one, and it makes me feel good to sing, eh? And it's a really good feeling to be singing. All my brothers. It's a really good feeling.
Everywhere we go, people go, "You guys are from New York City?" We went to Denver this March, and people were like, "You guys are from New York?" You know, and it never dawned on us, we had to say city. You know, and then when we started saying city, people were like, "You guys are from New York City? You mean like where they make that paste picante sauce? Where like the Yankees come from?" "Yep, that's us. We come from New York." "Indians don't come from New York. Indians don't sing like you guys in New York." "We do." You know, and now we're beginning to get a name. In the beginning, they looked down at us because we were an intertribal drum. We weren't, you know, one tribe. We weren't one nation. We looked like a pickup drum. We still dress like a pickup drum. You know, we're just a drum from New York City. We've played in almost every theater except for Carnegie Hall, and we did the soundtrack for Robbie Robinson. You know, and they sit there and they go, "You're that silver cloud." "Yeah, we're that silver cloud." You know, and they're like, "Wow."
Traditional style of dance where you'll see the one single bustle on the back. It's a much slower version where it's more solemn, more respectful. Each warrior you'll see sometimes integrate war paint on their face. Their style of headdress may vary a little bit. But in essence, they're telling a story. The use of their acoustic or the use of their fan expresses a story as they dance, as they feel the music. They will try to tell a story, maybe of either tracking the enemy or perhaps tracking some deer or buffalo on a hunt.
Certain people have their own unique style of dancing, and when they dance to the beat of the drum, they just kind of go down and kind of look, you know, imitating some of the old time chicken dancers, and then they kind of watch out. They kind of watch for the enemy, ready for action.
The latest traditional style of dance was a solemn dance. They're two different styles. One, what they call the stationary style, where they'll dance in one place in time with the beat of the drum. On the honor beat, you'll see them using their fan, acknowledging the spirit world as they raise it on the downbeat. The other style is what they call the stylized walk. It's kind of basically walking flat-footed, keeping time with the beat of the drum, and swaying their fringe, their shawl or their dress fringe, in time with the beat of the drum.
They say women's dance is graceful walk. I don't like the word graceful walk because we're dancing hard as we could. When I get in that arena, get ready, there's only good thoughts. By any means are you out there to say, I want people to look at me, I'm out here, I'm dancing, you know. You just feel so great. You took a lot of time and care into dressing.
The oldest of all the power styles of dance today is the grass dance. The grass dance originated among the Omaha people of the Central Plains.
One of the most sacred dances that we have. What they did is they took grass like this, they rolled it up like this, and then they tied it. They wrapped the grass around. And they would make about 4, maybe 6, and they would tuck them under their belts here. And they would send them out, either to scout for buffalo or scouting for enemy. They needed to build fire if they were cold. They would use this and they would set a fire. Also, it was used for protection. They would take this because Mother Earth is sacred to us. I danced a long time grass, and I was probably one of the few that held on to this dance. In the old days, it was different. The dancers, it was much footwork. There was no spinning. It was a lot of weaving. You weave like that grass. When you're dancing, you symbolize that. Like you see the grass moving. How beautiful. When you go into the prairies, if you can go in the prairies with the long grass, you'll see that when it blows. And sometimes if you look at it from a distance, you can see it waving. The grass dance today is much more like fancy dance. There's a lot of spinning, and there's a lot of other things that they do that original grass dancers don't do.
The ladies' style of dance, the oldest, is perhaps what we call the jingle dress style of dance. This originated among the Ojibwe people of the Great Lakes. The use of metal snuff can covers were used as a medicinal dance to ward off many of the bad spirits.
Should be 365 jingles on a dress representing the days of the year, and 7 rows on a dress for the 4 directions, for the sky, the earth, and for, you know, the spirit inside. basic step, but then everybody has their own originality and they come up with their own style, and it's basically to really look graceful and to try and do intricate footwork and to raise your fan during the honor beats, and of course to stop when the drum stops. And you try and kind of make your outfit original. I like to dance. It makes you feel good, and you also dance to make other people feel good. And there might be people that aren't or feel sick or their spirits are low, so you try and dance to make people happy and feel good.
Next we have the fancy shawl dance, which was created in the early 1960s. This is basically when women's lib came to Indian country, when women started copying, utilizing the motions and actions of many of the younger men, such as the fancy dance. By draping a shawl over their shoulders, they would use this fringe as a way to, again, catch the judge's eye, but also use it as an extension of their body to express their story, much like you would see a butterfly, an eagle, as it flies through the heavens. The men's fancy dance was created as a result, a direct result of a lot of the Buffalo Bill Wild West shows that toured overseas. And searching for something that was more spectacular, they started adding more and more feathers.
It was like the Buffalo Bill Wild West show. And Indians would come out and chase the stagecoach, and there would be a fight between the cavalry and the Indians would get off their horses and dance. And the more that they danced fancy, the more that the crowd liked it from the traditional steps. Dances, anything goes. And there's two sets of bustles. One set of bustles here, one set of bustles here, and they go for fanciness. Anything that's shiny and glimmering, fantastic. The free-for-all. Once you get the basic steps down, and then you get your footwork, then you come up with your own style.
Fancy dance exemplifies speed, agility, degree of difficulty, the color. You'll see a lot of fluorescence used in a regalia today to gather the judge's eye.
fancy for the dancers. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
This CPTV original is made possible by the Mashantucket Pequot Tribal Nation. Proud to host Schemitzun 1999, September 16th through the 19th, the Mashantucket Pequot Tribal Nation, committed to Connecticut's future, committed to Connecticut's people.